Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
What to make a task easy and finish it with a good ending. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today is your maths class. So last time we were at exercise 5.4, okay, and we have attempted question number 3, okay. So today we will continue that same exercise from question number 4. So let's start it. Part number 1 from question number 4 is a cube minus a square plus 2. Now what? We simply have to factorize it, okay. So we have two formula over there, okay, which I have told you earlier that we have two formula for a cube plus b cube and a cube minus b cube. We simply have to use these two formula in this whole exercise, okay. So let's start it. So in order to place a formula over there, what we have to do, we first have to write that two, okay, like this. 1 plus 1 equals 2, okay. So we may write 2 like this, okay, and the rest comes as it is. Now I'm writing that one with this a cube, okay, and that one with a square, okay. I have just shuffled the terms over there, okay, nothing else. So now here it's clear that you may apply formula for a cube plus b cube over there, okay. So now let's first write it in form of cubes, and if we take minus sign common from these two terms, then we are left with a square minus 1, and you may write 1 as 1 square. Okay, so I just have to minus common from these two terms, okay, so that will be plus and that will be minus. Now what formula we may use there? There we may use formula for a cube plus b cube, and there we may use formula a square minus b square, okay. So I am mentioning these two formula over there. The first formula, a cube plus b cube equals a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square, okay. And the next formula which we are going to use over there is a square minus b square equals a plus b into a minus b, okay. So these are the two formulas which we are going to use simultaneously in that single step. So at the left side here, there a is a and b is 1, okay. Whatever there is inside the very first bracket, it's a, and whatever there is inside the second bracket, it's b, okay. So here a is a and b is 1. So now we simply have to put values in the right side of the first formula. So a plus b means a plus 1, okay. I am here putting values. So a plus b means a plus 1, and then a square means a square, then minus sign comes as it is, then we have to write a, it means just a like this, then in place of b we have to write 1, and then that plus sign, then b square means 1 square, okay. So now we have to put values in that second term, okay. We have to use second formula for that. So a square minus b square means a plus b into a minus b, okay. So minus sign, and then a plus 1 into a minus 1, okay, because a is a and 1 is 1 here. So now watch. Now if you look closely, that's one term, that's another second term, okay. So what's common from there? What bracket seems to be same from these terms, okay. So a plus 1 is repeating itself. There you may find a plus 1, there you may find a plus 1 as well. So we may take a plus 1 common from these two terms, from this term and from that term, okay. So if we take a plus 1 from these terms, we are left with that a square, okay. So we are left with this thing, okay, and then minus sign, and then we are left with a minus 1 just, okay. I'm repeating it again, that you may find there a plus 1, you may find there a plus 1 as well. So you may take a plus 1 common from these two terms. If you take a plus 1 common from these two terms, in the very first term you are left with that curly bracket thing, okay, and in the second term you are just left with a minus 1, Okay, now you must simplify it. A plus 1 comes as it is, and then curly bracket a square minus a plus 1 minus a and minus minus plus 1. Okay, so minus a equals, here a square comes as it is, minus a equals minus 2a, and then 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay, so this is your answer. Over there I have wrote that 2 in form of this thing, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Then I have just shuffled these terms, that 1 moved over there, and then I have not changed that one. So I have moved that one, I have placed that one with a cube, and that the last one with a square. Then I have wrote these two things in form of cubes, and the other two terms in form of squares. Okay, then here you may apply formula for a cube plus b cube, and over there you may apply formula for a square minus b square, which I have mentioned there. Okay, these are the two formula which I am going to use there. So by applying first formula, okay, we just have to put a in place of a and 1 in place of b. Okay, so that is the first formula, and that is the second formula. Now after doing so, we found out that a plus 1 can be taken out as a common term, okay, because it is repeating itself in these two terms. So I have taken a plus 1 common out from these two terms. Then we are just left with this curly bracket and a plus 1, a minus 1. Okay, and after doing so, we just have simplified that expression inside the curly bracket. A square comes as it is, a into 1 equals a, and square of 1 is 1, and that minus 1 multiplies with a, we get minus a, and then when minus 1 multiplies with minus 1, minus plus. Okay, so minus a equals minus 2a, and 1 plus 1 equals 2. So that was question number 4, part number 1. Now let's move to the other part. Okay, so I am moving to part number 2. So x cube, okay, I am placing that last term with the very first term. So x cube plus 8y cube, and these middle two terms will come as it is. Okay, now what? Here these two terms can be written in form of cubes, and minus can be taken out from these last two terms. Okay, now here you may apply formula for a cube plus b cube. I am mentioning that formula here. A cube plus b cube equals a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. Okay, so we just have to use that formula, a cube plus b cube, over there. Here a is x and b is 2y. Okay, so we are just now putting values in that formula. So here we have to put values on the right side of that formula. So in place of a, I am going to write x, and in place of b, I am going to write 2y. Okay, then in place of a square, we have to write x square, then minus sign as it is. Then in place of a, we have to write x, and in place of b, we have to write 2y. Then plus sign as it is. In place of b square, we have to write 2y to the whole square. Okay, so we have applied formula for these two terms. Okay, and that last term will come as it is. So if you take a close look over there, you may find that x plus 2y is repeating here and there. Okay, so you may take x plus 2y common from these two terms. Okay, but before that, let's simplify that middle term. So x square minus 2xy plus square of 2 is 4. Okay, now we may take x plus 2y common from these two terms. So that will be x plus 2y into that bracket x square minus 2xy plus 4xy plus 4y square. Okay, and you have taken out x plus 2y common from these two terms. Okay, so there is nothing left. That means there is 1. Okay, so it cannot be solved furthermore. So that is your answer. Okay, so everyone, I have attempted these two parts from question number 4. Okay, so try to attempt the rest of the parts from question number 4 by yourself. And if you have any query, you may ask me in your next Zoom class. Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.